So I guess we should begin. And the first story is Amanda Hay. Sorry.
I would like to tell you a little bit about Amanda. She's a Louisville native, a board member of the Kentucky Storytelling Association. Yes, they're here tonight. She's won the Moth Story Slam 4 times. When I see her come up on stage, I'm like, dang it, every time. And she's been a featured teller on the Kentucky Homefront radio show, Wandering Storytellers, and was featured on the Louisville Sluggers episode of Sorry, Please Continue podcast, which I can't wait to hear. She's a graduate of Morehead State University. When she isn't crafting stories from the tiny indignities of life, she and her husband, Mick, live in the Beachmont neighborhood where they create art, garden, and strive to make the perfect rhubarb jam. Please welcome Amanda Hay.
The problem started when I got a promotion, but it wasn't really a promotion. Like, they called it that, but there wasn't a new desk or job title or shift. There was a modest increase in pay, but I was so excited at the idea of getting a promotion. I wanted to celebrate. And I hadn't been working at this company very long. I worked at the corporate headquarters right down the hallway from the president of the company. It was a new build for the building, and with these great tall windows in the back of the building that overlooked this little creek, and sometimes you'd see deer. And the president, his office had this floor-to-ceiling window that looked out on this view. And I actually sat just on the other side of the wall with a matching tall window, except they put a cubicle wall in front of my window, 4 feet high, so the sun would beat down on it. I got all the heat, and I could hear somebody say, "Oh, look, there's a deer out there," and I'd have to run to the aisle, and I always miss it, because I'm behind the cubicle wall. So, this is the company, but they've given me a promotion. I'm recognized. And I went home to tell my family, and there's where things went awry, because my little brother said, "Great, we have to go out and drink to celebrate." I said, "Man, I don't have the money yet. They gave me the promotion, it's a raise, but I don't have the money." He goes, No, it's cool. I'll buy. Now, when your little brother offers to buy, that also means he gets to pick the liquor. Which is how I found myself the next morning waking up into the worst hangover I had thus known, with rum just coming out of my pores. Yeah. So I wake up, and I'm squinting my eyes to try to let as little light in as possible and get ready for work, because I've been promoted and I have to go to work. Sidebar, 43-year-old me would just call in. I know better now. And that day, I'm looking for anything to wear, just desperately. And so I find a shirt to put on, and I realize I don't have any clean underwear. I was like, forget it. I'm just going commando. I'm not wearing panties. And I look for any kind of clean clothes. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't done laundry this week. So I have to put on the least flattering pair of khakis in North America. They're almost white, and they're really snug in the waist, and then they just balloon out in this unflattering way. And they're clean because they were so ugly that, 23-year-old me would wear anything else but these pants. But today, I was like, you got to do ugly pants. Let's go. And so somehow I drive myself to work, and I'm sitting at my desk, and just sweat is pouring off of me, and I'm so miserable. My mouth is dry, and I'm still squinting at the screen, and if I turn my head too quickly to look from my paperwork to the monitor, I want to throw up. So I'm weathering through. I'm going to be okay. And then the gurgles hit. Oh, that deep-rooted belly gurgle. It can mean only one thing. It is a countdown. You have got to go. And so I stagger out, and in addition to this outfit that I've pulled together, I'm wearing these little high-heeled wood sandals, like wooden sandals. So I'm clanking down the hall, and I get about halfway down, and I freeze because I can't go any further. I've hit a moment of crisis. I can't go back. There's no bathroom back at my desk. I can't move forward, because if I take just one more step, the unthinkable is going to happen. And so I'm clawing into the wall and standing there outside the president's office, which is on the way to the bathroom, mind you. And I'm just standing there considering it, and then it happens. and I feel something shift, and I freeze because I don't know what's going to happen next. And I'm afraid I'm going to unleash, let's be frank, a river of excrement in the hallway outside the president's office. But I don't think that happened. Like, I'm pretty sure I've just soiled myself, but it doesn't feel like there's much there. So I'm standing there, and I kind of do this little shimmy. Now, mind you, remember ballooning pants, no panties? And something falls out. There's no one in the hallway. I look all around me. And so I look down, and there is the saddest little dried out turd in the world. And I thought, well, it sort of looks like a champagne cork, actually. And I wait for a second, and then I was like, well, I don't have anything. I don't have a paper or bag or anything. I don't want to pick it up, but I don't want to leave it in the hallway, you know, where somebody can step in it. I'm not an animal. Apparently not housebroken, but not an animal. And so then I hear somebody, and in a panic, I do a side kick with the sandals. And I shuffle to the bathroom, and I get in there, and there's no indication that I have just shat myself in the corporate headquarters. I might get away with this. So I splash some water on my face, clean up, and I get some paper towels because I'm going to go back, and I go back in the hallway, and I can't find it. And I look around, and then I realize that in my sidekick, I've wedged it under the president's door. So I say, okay. So I start to kneel down and get it. Somebody comes. Well, it's going to look, there's no explanation. Like, there's no good explanation for what I'm doing in any circumstance. And so I stand up and, you know, check the, look at the time and go back to my desk. And I keep going through the day, like, with paper towels, and I'm trying to, like, steal it back. And I'm not entirely tore up that, like, it's under his door, because I'm not real crazy about him to begin with, but it's unseemly. So all day long, I keep going, and there's always somebody in the hallway, and I can't get it. And so at the end of the day, like, I have to leave work and leave it there. And even though I haven't been busted by anybody, like, I know what's happened. And so my way of making up for it, that Christmas, I got the cleaning lady, like, a super nice gift. Thank you.